Greg Hartley. Balmain running from right to left in their black and gold uniform. Cronulla receiving the ball. Dowling with the first touch away to Glover. Kangaroo type runner. Very powerful runner. High knee action. Just outside the quarter. Oh, there's a bust almost. Yes, it's right through. Hilditch comes and takes the pass from Wynn. At about 8 metres up through the middle of the Balmain ruck. O'Reilly beats him. Back inside to O'Reilly. Gerard finds a gap and gets over the halfway line, and it's a beautiful low tackle to pull him down from young Wayne Pearce. Parramatta looking good in the opening stanza. Beatson got the ball away and it was stolen from him. Edge, O'Reilly. Lovely pass to Wynn, and he's only 2 metres away on the last tackle. Gets up and plays it forward. It's a try. Now, whether he moved off the mark, I don't know, but there's a try on the opening minute and a bit. I'd like to see that again, whether he actually took a step forward, but there's a try in the opening minute and a half to Peter Wynn. Appeared to do it okay. Let's see it from head on. Now, this is the setup of the play. O'Reilly came well and unloaded. That was a good pass. Now, the cover was there. Schaefer just walked away. He should have stayed directly in front of him. No, perfectly legitimate. The ball rolled into the in-goal area and he fell on it. That's a good try. Goal kicker Mick Cronin. 79 record, 104 goals from 164 attempts in 24 matches. Success rate 63.4%. He also scored 15 tries. Back to the kick. And it's hooked slightly away. No score in that area. Balmain 0, Parramatta 3. Running nicely, it's a tackle from Thompson, slows him down. Here's another try coming to Parramatta. And they're really coming at the moment. The referee has called it up. The referee's called it up. Offside pass. See it again. That was Growth in for the try. We'll see it again. The Beatson pass to Levy. The big step. Got himself into the clear. Now here's the pass coming up. Well, that one's going to be an argumentative one, I would suggest. It's not as if Mr. Hartley is actually loved in the Cumberland region. And slightly in a state of shock at the moment. Swinging arms. And Hilditch being spoken to for a high tackle. And there's a woman on the field. What have we got a woman on the field for? It's a Parramatta fan and she's laying down the law. You cannot pull that triumph, she said. Greg Hartley's not impressed. Some of the players have got her by the arm and dragging it. Gerard has got her. He's dragging it to the sideline. We've got 2 policemen. I thought one of them was with guns drawn, but he's got his hand on his pistol. Now the girl is lifted back over the fence, and I suggest she might have an interesting afternoon dodging bobbies. Woo-wee! It all happens. Well, I've seen everything. I love the cool way that Hartley kept his demeanour there. Didn't show any excitement at all. Anyway, Balmain, there was a kick for touch, and there's another walking by Hartley of Parramatta who infringed the radius, and it'll be a kick and goal. I was saying that Balmain are a little bit out of step at the moment. I'm a bit out of step after that. Let's have a look at this fellow, Wayne Miranda. He's a most interesting player. And his 1979 record, 60 goals from 92 attempts in 18 matches, a success ratio of 65.2%. Miranda. Unsuccessful. Just hooked away fractionally. Didn't seem to veer a little bit from left to right, but that may have been hooked that way. The score remains as it was. Parramatta 3, Balmain 0. All the Parramatta players are very close. All the forwards are running in a tight bunch. Pear's tactics, obviously, to crack Balmain up the middle at this early stage. Sterling, good hands. Oh, he's unloaded. It's a try, is it? No, he's held up only about a foot from the line. You can see the distance there. Wynn got a nice pass to Gerard. Cronin trying to use that strength of his and does so to Dowling. Dowling's hit into the post. It's a good try. Cronin stood up there just like a forward to unload. A good forward, a good ball distributing forward. See the lead-up play. Wynn pulled that pass out of the air. It was Gerard. Then it was on to Cronin. Cronin, the enormous strength of the man, to Dowling. and that player's pace took him over underneath the post from head on. All Parramatta. Win. Gerard did well. He's livened himself up today. Look at Cronin. Just wrestles his way through the tackle of Schaefer. And a good try. What's Steve Labers think of proceedings at the moment?
Steve, there appears to be a few gaps up the middle. Young Kerry Hemsley playing his first premiership game. A very tough and hard player, but perhaps a lack of experience against Big Artie and Bob O'Reilly.
Barry, I think that there's 6 of them out there. If they all get together and move up on the
side, who's not played with this team before, and Hemsley, who's just lost the ball playing his first grade game, is a little bit too much for the Tigers to overcome. There's so much lack of cohesion in the side at the moment. Penalty against Balmain, offside play. Cronin the opportunity for another kick and go. Kicking into the breeze that apparently, according to the flag on top of the flagpole there is, or the goalpost there is southwest. That kick is unsuccessful. Score remains 8-0 in Parramatta's favour. As in previous years, we're continuing with our weekly TV awards to the best footballer of our weekly telecast match. It's Parramatta who are doing the running around of this Balmain side. Beats it. Unloaded a pass. Sterling a look forward. Out to Cronin. Cronin going to pass away. It's gone to ground. Levy slaps it up. Gets it to Edge. Edge just burst away. Out to Sterling again, who's featured twice in the move. Out then to Growth, the wing 3/4. Busted 1 tackle. 2. There's a try for you. There's the lad I was talking about. That's classic football. Classic wing 3/4 football. He was hemmed in against the sideline. Did you see how low he went down with his body to knock the defence? And he's knocked that defender, Wayne Pearce, right out of the way. See it again. This pass, I thought, was forward. However, Sterling, that one looked a bit marginal too, but Cronin, what a pick up there on the move by Levy. Then to Edge, who did very well. Sterling again. Now Growth from a standing start. 1. Look at the way he led into it and bang away he went. Now from head on it'll look even better, I think. You'll get the idea of just how low down he went to get it. Knocked that defence. Levy, clever stuff from Levy, but then we expect to see that from this player, Sterling. And notice Growth is standing flat-footed and still. Bang, one defender, Miranda. Look at that. Crawled along the ground. That's a great try, really. Starting to become an embarrassing scoreline. 11-2, Parramatta. Cronin's kick is successful. He misses the easy ones and kicks the hard ones today, but that's a fine kick. 13-2. Barry Ross, any rumblings in the Balmain kick? Elephant using the backs. Thompson, Filipano, the dummy, cracks one. He's walked about 4 yards. There's Whittaker, he's in! That's a good dummy hard try. I think Filipano could have been penalised for walking off the mark. I thought he was going to walk down to the bay there for a minute, and the referee interpreted that, I believe, as him being held and pulled by the opposition. See it again. Now watch this. 1, 2, 3 and a half. Certainly went off the mark, and the Parramatta player stood there and watched it. And Whittaker, who's done this many times. Now the full lead up to the play came with Filipino coming on the inside, attempting to crack it. He does indeed crack the first tackle. Now watch the little walk forward. He was being pulled by Widnow, so that's the reason the referee said no penalty. Good decision, I think, by Hartley, now that we see it from that position. Third attempted goal. It is successful, so a very strategic score there by Balmain. 13 points to 7. Cronin from 5 metres in from the sideline, about half a metre outside the quarter. Kicking across the breeze. From right to left it'll go. Shot that very true. And just going back a fraction. And that's another 2-pointer and a good one. Parramatta 15, Balmain 7. That's the half-time score. So with the scoreline at 15-7, the scorers have been for the Parramatta side 3 tries. Gary Dowling, Eric Groth and Peter Wynn. For the Parramatta side, Cronin has kicked 3. The 6th tackle, a little kick over the top. That's a shocking kick by Schaefer, really, of no design at all there near your own quarter to do a little chip over the top like that on the 6th tackle. Should have been kicked for distance. All he's done is put his team under immediate pressure. And that is a very thoughtless little kick in my view. Sterling. O'Reilly, beautiful pass out to Levy. Levy's gone. There's another one. Look at this, Dowling. Yep. And that you can put down to the stupidity, unfortunately, of a youngster who just didn't know when to do the right sort of a kick. Well, Gary Dowling. Now look at this. O'Reilly, beautiful pass. Levy's pace just too much, and Dowling backing up on the inside. He goes in for his 2nd try, and I think this could become an embarrassing afternoon for the Tigers. From head on, Levy's acceleration really was quite exceptional there, and the beautifully timed pass to Dowling. Doesn't he wish he could score them like that without a hand being laid upon him? Cronin's 7th kick at goal is successful, and the score now moves on to 20 points to 7.
Keeping the ball alive for big, fat, slow men. We're going all right.
They certainly are.
Will you tell Arthur and Bob that he said that? I won't. Parramatta. He's went. Peter went. Really threadbare defence. Really threadbare defence. Really doesn't bear repetition, the replay of it. It was so easy. Wynn merely meandered to dummy half, picked it up, did a bit of a swivel, found the gap. On the line, of course, is a try. That's his 2nd. Cronin aiming just outside the right-hand upright. It's a beautiful goal. Look at that, right over the dot. Magnificent. Cronin comes up with number 5. So the score now, a real embarrassment. 25-7. Dennis Tuddy with a look of a coach that's come up in the last 35 minutes. He's only about 4 metres away. Sterling. Illich. Now O'Reilly bouncing around out there like a 2-year-old, wanting the ball. Here he comes. Doesn't get it, beats it, gets it, and charges straight ahead. Well, that was a badly played ball. 6 to go, says the referee. Patterson, dummies. On to Cronin. Cronin, a model of concentration when he comes on the burst like that. There's a try, surely. Gerard, ever so easy. Literally no defence. Inside the post. Parramatta 30, Balmain 7. Sterling responsible for the pass. Gerard for the surge. Just too bad, isn't it? So Parramatta surge back into premiership contention after a miserable pre-season competition. Cronin's kick and goal is successful. It's his 7th goal, and the score moves on to 32 points. Parramatta, Filipina, who touches it and catches it. Still going. Got a pass to Wiggum, who was on his knees. Then the Morris is going to score. He'll run 35, 40 yards here and score. Pursued by Illich. Illich does a great job of defence to get to him, but it was too late. 32 points to 10. Well, that was a spectacular try, make no bones about it. There were some funny bits in it too. See it again. This is how it came about. The curious bit here, as Filipina gets this pass. Now watch it, up in the air, and one-handed, pulls it in, and his pass can only go to a man who was on the ground, Wiggum, who got to his feet and unloaded to Morris. And that was highly spectacular. and it makes the scoreline look a little bit better. The enthusiasm of Hilditch to chase there when you're leading 32-7 is pretty to be applauded too. Watch the juggling. Up and down. Wigham struggles to his feet. Morris Johnny on the spot to take it away. My G can move too, can't he, the big fella?
Yes, only his second try scored with the club too. He scored 1 in 20 games last year, Premiership football, and now this one. And as we talk, Rex, Balmain have made a change. Des Bonner wearing number 20 is on, and Kerry Hemsley is off.
Scores in the earlier games today in the under-23s. Coming up to 6 minutes from the end. The scoreline 32-10, Parramatta. They've come up with another scrum win, Sterling. Recollect they led 15-7 at half-time in Parramatta. Oh, right underneath, Neville Glover. Will he go, Patterson, will he go the distance? Neville Glover right the first time. There's a solo try. There's a solo try. And that will be a try that Dennis Tunney will have a little bit to say about, because the atrocious defence of Balmain just allowed him right through. See it again. And here he comes. Neville Glover underneath a high tackle from the replacement player, Bonner. Another one there. He should have been stopped there, and again there. And blimey, that is atrocious. And watch the head-high tackle that failed. Shows a lot of determination. He runs always the same way, never tackles with his foot on the ground. They fend there, got rid of Miranda. And really, it was just too bad to be true. But great if you're a Parramatta supporter, and great if you're Neville Glover. The penalty, or the kick at goal, is successful by Mick Cronin. And he's had a bit of a field day. 16 points, is it? 37-10.
Rex, I'll get a word with John Peart in a moment when you're ready.
Eric Groth 1, Peter Wynn 2, Jeff Gerard 1, and Cronin has been responsible for 8 goals. For the Balmain side, Neil Whittaker's try, Rod Morris a try, and there have been 2 successful kicks at goal. Come on. Oh, there it is. That's the end of the section. I think Balmain will be pretty glad to get rid of that lot too, to get it out of their system. There's the losing coach, Dennis Tunney, who's got one hell of a lot of work to do.